Yo, what is up, everyone? I am here with the Ignite, ready to
Hey.
watch some Bioshock. Take it away, gamer.
Alright, what's up, y'all? We just, to start the run, we just load a save, so I'll just, start countdown from pressing yes here. So, we ready for the countdown? I guess we are.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, we just start from a save, obviously, because after the beginning cutscene, you can immediately save without moving, and might as well just do that. Skips like the 2-second cutscene. No reason to watch it, no gameplay or anything. So yeah, this is the first Bioshock. It's a pretty sick run. It starts out pretty slow though. The first like 5 or so minutes, 3 of them is cutscene. But for the first minute or so, we have to walk up there to the cutscene into the bathysphere, which is going to take us down to Rapture from this lighthouse. And there's actually a way we can speed that up. We can just, once we get to it, activate the button and just kind of jump backwards, and it kind of clips us out of bounds, not out of bounds, but like out of the sphere a little bit, so we're just barely on top of it. And this is like a long cutscene, so I'm gonna go pick up my cat and show him to the webcam so he can say hi to everybody. Come here, bud. Say hello to NASA, kitty.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his
That's my
brow?
son. That's my baby boy.
No, says the
He
man
says
in
hello to
Washington.
everybody.
It belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican. It belongs to God.
So yeah,
No, says the man in Moscow. It belongs to
basically, this
Allah.
cutscene just sets up
I
Rapture
have
as a setting and
rejected
the
your
philosophy that
methods.
went behind building
Instead,
it and the people that live
I
there,
chose something different.
which
I chose
was
the
kind of bad. We'll find
impossible.
out
I
pretty
chose
soon that
rapture.
was not a very good ideology that went behind this town, this
The
city.
artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the
And
small. And with the sweat of your brow,
I missed the cute shows showing my cat to the camera, but you can kind of, there's some scenes where like a there's a whale right there. Yeah, there's like animals swimming around, and you can kind of just like from outside of the bathysphere, you can kind of look at them as they spawn in and wait for their cue to go in front of the window. It's kind of cool. Thank you for the look. But the reason getting outside of the bathysphere is actually faster than just taking it normally is because the loading zone, our hitbox, the loading zone is like at the top of that elevator, right about the middle of it. And since we're kind of like in the middle between the normal standing spot and the top, we're kind of in the middle there. We hit that loading zone into the actual first level faster. Not much faster. Also, my fucking webcam dangling like a bitch right now. That should be good. Yeah, here's where we find out that some not very good stuff goes on down here. It's our boy Johnny, Rip Johnny. And so the first level, we actually, there is another like 2 minute cutscene once you grab your first plasmid, but since I'm a cool cheating speedman, I have ways of getting around that, which kind of sucks, honestly. It's the worst skip in this game, but it's cool. It's better than watching a cutscene for sure. But for now, I just have to progress through up till that point by just doing the story triggers. Picking up that shortwave radio. So this sets up Atlas, which is pretty much for the first half of the game our like Cortana figure that kind of just tells us what to do and where to go. Spoiler alert, he's bad. He's a bad guy. And yeah. Later on we get another one in Tenenbaum. So yeah, we just kind of gotta walk up here, wait for it to allow me, to kindly allow me to pick up this wrench. So we can progress through. So up here, there's where you grab your first Electro Bolt Plasmid, and there's a long cutscene. But we're gonna do a skip to save that, and I'm gonna make a safety save for it real quick. But whenever there's a cutscene and you interact the trigger for it kind of far away, it pulls you into it. And so we get into that pulling state where it pulls me into the right spot where the cutscene takes place, and we kind of interrupt it by save loading the game, so it puts me in that pulling state but doesn't get me all the way to the cutscene. And so what that does is it keeps me in this weird state of it pulling me back to the cutscene, but I can just kind of jump around and leave the cutscene before it triggers. And the side effect of that is I have to jump before it pulls me too far back the entire fucking level, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, but it's only for this level, and it lets us skip a later cutscene in this level as well, so it's well worth it. This guy, yeah, I have to kill him. Sometimes he spawns on the other side. And just gotta keep jumping through, because see, if I don't jump, it pulls me back, because it's trying to pull me back to that cutscene. And if I were to go back and stand in that right spot, the cutscene would trigger like normal. Gotta jump through the elevator like that, kind of use him to like body block being pulled back so you can properly jump into the elevator. You can actually lose a lot of time to that if he's in a bad position. So just gotta wait for this elevator. Come up here. I'm about to get the pistol, because it's just in this stroller over here, because yeah, there it is. And just keep jumping through here. Jumping through that hallway is actually pretty difficult. I'm kind of surprised I did it that well. And this is the other cutscene that we can skip because of the state we're in. Because he's gonna tell us to lower that weapon for a second here, maybe. Actually, I guess not. But basically what happens here is he wants us to be quiet, and we watch this little sister and the big daddy like interact, and we don't want to like, you know, startle them or whatever. So he tells us to be quiet, put our weapons away, and we can't hit that until the cutscene ends. And it just lets us use our weapons again. But if we save load right as we hit it in this state, we can just take our weapons out when he tells us to put them away. Sometimes a prop will kind of like mess with your jumps, and it's a pain in the ass, but that's just the name of the game. And now here, this is like the last section of the first level. Thankfully, the jumping shit will go away after this level, but we just have to kill some splicers here. I try to lock myself in this corner so I can shoot at them easily, but I had a little trouble there, so just had to wait for them to drop down. No big deal though. But if you're in the right spot, you can get some pretty easy headshots on them. Not if you whiff the second one a million times, but with killing those splicers, that opens this last gate. And actually, this last skip up here, nobody in the community knew about until a literal dev of the game said you could do it in somebody's Twitch chat, but you can kind of just shoot the door from there and it triggers it. Because there's another cutscene trigger there that locks the door, and Andrew Ryan like talks to you, and you have to wait for the door to open to leave, but you can just kind of shoot it with electric bolt. And now here there's a sentry that kind of blocks the door, and you have to hack it to get through the door. If you start the game, like restart the game, the RNG for the hacking minigame is always the same, so... If you get past that point, doing actual attempts, you usually restart the game just so that would be the right spot. And also you saw it there for a second. The body blocking from the splicers is real in this game. It is so frustrating. And they love to just get all up in your way. But for a little bit in this level, we're just kind of walking around. We're going to grab another plasma, 2 more plasmids actually. We're going to grab fire up here, pyrokinesis up in the eternal flame store, and then we're going to replace electrobolt with telekinesis, and that will be it for plasmids we use through the entire game up until the lot 142, 182, whatever the numbers are, up until that happens and it like screws with our stuff. But it's no big deal. That only lasts for, you know, 1 level, and all that level is just walking, so. Now, body block some more, but you actually have to get the fire to progress, because you have to melt this. And over here is where we're going to grab the telekinesis. I picked up a diary there, that's going to be very important, because we can skip dialogue with it. And that's going to be a big tool in doing a lot of skips through the entire game. So now you're going to see that the best weapon in the game is just splicers themselves. With telekinesis, you can just throw them around. Oh no, I missed my cool jump. Oh well, guess I'm not doing that. I used one of the armor piercing ones. No, that doesn't really matter. But up here, I'm gonna do a skip that may seem kind of redundant, because I mean I can just walk over there. Oh no, this could be grim, bros. This could be grim. Well, we're gonna see. If not, it's no big deal. But we get this and jump on top of it, and using telekinesis, we can just jump over this wall. Oh my god, this is such a bad medical. We don't want to be bothered, but we go. Dude. There we go. We can use telekinesis, and if you have high frame rate, it'll keep collision for a while. If you jump over it, jump onto it, and, you know, grab it. Where's the buddy at? Very slow, but it's fine. And we jump over that wall to stop the respawn point from triggering, because we want to get past to another. We death warp here. We want to get to another respawn point that will skip a cutscene for us, but I think my box was in a really bad spot, so I think I had to hit the trigger to get it, but we're gonna see. And what I did there is I tried to use those shotgun bullets to put him over here and throw them at him, but it's a pretty tight audio cue. You have to do it, and I was talking and kind of messed myself up. But here we can just kill buddy, hopefully. He ran away. Alright, this is the moment of truth. We're gonna see if we have to watch an extra cutscene or not. Oh my god, we don't. Praise God. Just so you guys know, that was as close as it gets for that cutscene skip. As close as it gets, but basically, if we death warp and skip that respawn point, we can get past the point of that cutscene, and it skips it. It was slow, it was close, but it worked, Briz. But I really, to my defense, I really did get screwed over by that first box like placement, because getting the box over to you with that first telekinesis is very annoying. Like, the prop physics in this game already aren't very good, and I'm running this game like 500, 600 FPS. It makes it infinitely worse. In this level, we do a cool skip, which actually involves killing a Big Daddy. And we don't need the Atom, or Eve, whatever it's called, at all. We kill him just because it spawns a hitbox on a splicer we're supposed to fight as a mini-boss early. You're supposed to wait for a cutscene. Excuse me. But we're supposed to wait for a cutscene to be able to kill this splicer up here. But for whatever reason, if you kill that Big Daddy and rescue the little sister, or I guess harvest, doesn't really matter, I guess, it spawns the hitbox for her up here early. And we can just progress the story through there and do some more things. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save here, because this over here can be a pain. We're gonna do another object fling with telekinesis with this barrel, and it's an explosive barrel, and if we don't get it fast enough, this turret over here to the right will shoot at me. So I'm just gonna make a save there. It has to stop rolling for you to be able to do anything with it. Okay, that was good. Sometimes it just won't stop rolling, and you will not be able to stand on top of it and fling, and the turret will blow it up, and it's just really bad if you don't get it fast. So it was nice this time though. Now we have to go grab a camera, which basically acts as like the analyze ability in this game. You can kind of take pictures of certain types of enemies, and you can like look in your documents to see what their deal is and all that. And you can use it to gain some abilities called not plasmids, the other one. I don't really know what they're called, but we're gonna get one of them later. To progress the story, we have to take pictures of these guys. You can actually skip taking a picture of that guy and only go the first one and that one over there. But it involves taking a picture of the first guy fast enough to where it like registers it as only as two. You take the first picture and then another one in a really fast succession, so to where it like registers as two different people. But it's really fucking hard, and I've never actually done it. It might not actually be that hard, but I've never really practiced it. There, we just give myself to low health and jump off. So we'll warp back here. And now I have to skip through the dialogue with the radio from the cutscene I was supposed to wait through earlier. And yeah, that's the main method of skipping dialogue, is just using the diary that I picked up at the beginning of the last level. And it's not like frame perfect or anything. You pretty much have the entire window of the message you're skipping to do so. Not the case in Bioshock 2. It's pretty much why nobody likes running Bioshock 2. I don't want to skip this one because a lot of triggers depend on certain dialogue. I was waiting for that certain dialogue, and he wouldn't spawn. I wouldn't be able to leave if I skipped, if I like messed up the dialogue in any way. But stand here with that, throw that at him, and we're done. Just throwing a broken camera at him is good enough to do the job. And here, gonna upgrade damage for the grenade launcher, and that's the only upgrade we take through the entire game. There's no point in the others. So now we go to the smuggler's hideout, which is the shortest. No, it's not the shortest, actually, I lied. There's a really short level, about 2 levels from now. But this is one of the shortest levels in the game. Because really all it is just kind of walking through, building the world, you know? Not really much in terms of gameplay. And then you watch a cutscene where Atlas's quote-unquote family blows up in a submarine. But we skip that cutscene. Well, kind of. We skip having to wait for the cutscene to end for the door to open, but the cutscene still happens, I guess. And to do that, we just kind of stand right here, save, and press use as we save, and we just walk backwards out of the door. And normally that door is supposed to lock you in there, but you can get out early by doing that. Dude, I'm still... my mind is still blown that I didn't hit that trigger in medical. That was so close. Literally as close as it gets. But Arcadia, also a pretty short level, because we skip pretty much the entirety of it. A lot of the skips in this game just have to do with skipping triggers, and this level is probably the biggest example of that. I'm gonna take this box up here. I don't have to go this route. This route doesn't save that much time as opposed to just walking over here using the stairs, but this part's cool. This route's cool because it uses a fling that gets you up here. And then start taking pictures of this certain type of splicer, the thuggish splicers. And it gives us a sports boost upgrade. Again, I could not tell you what the actual like class of upgrade it is, but we take a few pictures of 2 thuggish splicers. This guy right here will get sports boost. Like that, and I'm pretty sure that ups your movement speed and jump height. And there is a sports boost too that old routes used to get, but now there's really just no reason to. It's just not nearly enough of a difference. But here, I'm going to make sure I look down and not to the left. Because if I look down to the left, it'll be one of those crazy reveals where he locks the door to the exit right in front of us. And then we have to do an entire level just to open that one door. But we can use this box of taters here and just kind of jump all over that trigger, and then that skips the entire farmer's market and Arcadia section, which is probably the most like longest and most tedious section in the entire game. So it's really nice that we're able to skip it. Same thing with this level. It's pretty long and tedious, but we're able to skip it. Because, yeah, there we go. Bathysphere up to Ryan, just on ahead. And you already know, as soon as we get there, they're gonna, you know, bring it down. We're gonna have to do an entire level just to bring it up. And fight Sander Cohen and all that. But, again, we can just kind of jump on top of it. Drop down here. The bathysphere is still there, even though it kind of like shows it going down. And just go through the, just kind of line up to see where the lever is on the invisible bathysphere. And kind of a weird lineup, to be honest. It's kind of finicky to get used to, but we got it pretty fast there. And this level is pretty cool. This is probably my favorite level in the game. This is like probably the most memorable like moment of the game. This level and the next, or the cutscene from the next level. But for the first part of Hephaestus here, we're just kind of walking to where we need to be, so we can read this diary up here and trigger this door to open. Like that. I didn't mean to shoot that nade, but it's okay. So we have one right there. So we're gonna kill 2 Big Daddies in this level. And because we need them, the whole point of this level is to craft a bomb to blow up the big, like, is it like an energy core? I assume it's an energy core, but I don't remember the story of this game at all, but kind of got blocked by that splicer there. How are you? What? I'm whiffing all my nades, but kill that guy for earlier. We haven't triggered the ability to pick up the parts for the bomb yet, which 2 Big Daddies have. One of them's already dead, but we have to kill 2 to get it, to get the parts. And so we kill him, we kill this guy, just take him out before we trigger the ability to grab the parts. And for whatever reason, this part up here you can actually grab before you trigger it, so we just get it out the way. But you can't grab the Big Daddy parts or the nitrogen tank things before you trigger this quest to start up here. Ah, why'd I heal there? I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to do that for. Let me get my health down. Okay, so with that, skip it, and that triggers the bomb quest to start. We death warp back up to the top where we killed the first Big Daddy. And there's R34 wire clutches what we need. We need 3 of those. One of them is over here from the Big Daddy we already passed that was dead. So y'all know, Cat is chilling right now. He's sleeping. Big time sleepy boy. Alright, but get my health down here, because as soon as I grab this one, I'm gonna try to jump up here and die. If you jump up there and die, it skips to the whole, yeah, so it was straight to white screen and respawning. It didn't do the whole like whoosh, you know, zooming through the halls to the sphere. It didn't do that. For a lot of death warps, there's just certain spots you stand in that skips that animation, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, we grab that part, we grab him, and now we can come in here and do a bomb, which we will use to bomb something, energy core or something like that. You have invincibility frames right as you hit low health, like 0 health, and you try to time your death warps to where that invincibility frame ends by the time you do the actual warp itself. But I don't know, I'm kind of bad at timing it. So over here we can jump up here and jump through the big structure that we have to bomb, and just place the bomb up there. To get to that, there's some kind of like wave fight thing that you skip. I haven't done it in years. I don't really remember what it entails, but if you just climb on top of it by flinging, or you can even, like, the old route before flings would just kind of like you jump on top of the security camera that was there. But that's obviously the slow version of the skip, but I'm getting body blocked big time. Move, bros. Alright, now we're gonna go see the big boy himself. Big man Andrew Ryan. There's a pretty iconic cutscene with him here, which we will do some very funky things to skip. First off, a lot of this has to do with the what diary dialogue triggers in terms of cutscenes. So here I'm going to, all that matters to me, start his dialogue here, this specific dialogue. There's a invisible wall right here for whatever reason, and so to get over it, just kind of jump on top of the circus of value here.
Even in the book of lies, sometimes you find truth. There is indeed a season for all things.
So
And now that I see you flesh to flesh and blood,
as soon, since what I did is,
in the end, all that matters to me.
I fucked up. Okay, I'm trying to explain it. It kind of screwed me up. So, oh man, it's a really specific set of diary things you have to do. So I trigger all that matters to me, this diary thing, and then hit that door, and that causes the door to close, right? And it'll warp me to the previous level as soon as this radio message ends. And so we just try to keep it playing until we get to the Andrew Ryan cutscene, and then trigger it to end as we hit there. So in the middle of the Andrew Ryan cutscene, up ahead, it'll warp me back, and that will render us able to skip it.
Even in the book of lies, even in the book of
Alright.
lies, sometimes you find
So
there is indeed a
just had to hit those radios there, and then I'll trigger the door warp here as I hit this cutscene, and then that is pretty much how the cutscene skip works. But the thing is, when that cutscene starts, the door closes behind you, and you have to, like, you know, the door is closed, but thankfully there's a little hole in the door up at the top, and you can use we're gonna use a flamethrower ammo tank to fling up through there, and then we do another save and load during the cutscene, which finishes off the cutscene skip. It's really complicated in how it works, and that's trying to explain it while doing it was kind of why I messed up. But I'll take this napalm here and walk. We have to walk all the way back, which kind of sucks. But see, there's the cutscene door right there. Get it about in this position. Nope. Come on. You have to get it straight ahead pretty much, but I'll try this. See, the hole in the door is pretty small, so you have to have a really good fling to get over there. There we go. And then you can get in this cutscene. Save. Load. And then we can just kind of walk past it. Sorry if my sorry if I'm not making much sense in what I'm saying, but it really is kind of difficult to explain. But yeah, basically hitting that door and starting that first diary at the beginning of the level, that just the whole diary just delays the door warping us. And as soon as it ends, that's what causes the warp over. And we're gonna do that again, actually, in this level, after we sit around and wait for Tenenbaum to talk to us. So yeah, that cutscene's pretty iconic if you played this game. That's what, you know, Atlas is really the bad guy, and, you know, created you, whatnot.
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you were born.
And
Now
then Tenenbaum
good
just
time for me
rubs
to
it in our
interrupt.
face. True, true.
Yeah, we have a couple of donations actually. I owe $60, as it turns out.
Crazy.
Those crazy guys donated $40, says Dale chose correctly, so that went to Mega Fruit Paradise. And then another 20 from Anonymous that says, I remember playing this game on the Xbox 360. I never realized how quickly this game could be completed. My jaw is on the ground right now. Also, I hear that right now my donation will be doubled, so that's awesome too. Yes, it is. All right, that's both of them. Back to it, gamer.
Ace, thanks for the donation, bros. Here we just kind of, this whole section of the level is just waiting for, you know, Tenenbaum to talk to us, and then she sends one of her little sisters to help us and open this door. We just kind of gotta wait for it. Ah, sick. Okay. You have one try to jump on top of her head with that teddy bear. And we did it. It does nothing, but we did it. Oh, okay. That's the other thing with high FPS in this game. It just stutters a lot, and there's not much you can really do about it. Here, we just gotta turn this to open this door. Very intriguing. And so up here, I'm gonna do more warp delay with the diary, because this door is the next area I have to go in. So I'm gonna trigger the door to open and walk out of the airspace, and then about right here start say hi to Ryan, and then just kind of get whatever I need to do in this level done, and then once it is done, I'll trigger a dialogue and it'll just warp me straight back to where I need to be at the door I just triggered. He said tits. That's pretty funny. But I gotta grab a lab-related diary up here. Grab that. And play these two. That diary I just picked up pretty much just tells me what kind of drug I need to take, because we're about to take drugs in this story. We're about to take lot 192, 82, 42, I don't remember. But we have to go up to, I think, Tenenbaum's office to get a dose of that. And then that actually sends my my plasmids all into whack. And then the next level, the entire next level pretty much is just getting another one. Because, you know, when taking drugs once goes wrong, just take some more and everything will be fine. But taking the second dose in the next level is what fixes my plasmids and brings them back to telekinesis and fire. So here it is right there. Sometimes you have to trigger it and grab it as the level ends, but there it is. That's how level warps us all the way to the Apollo Square door that I triggered at the beginning. And here I'm gonna have a like freeze, nitrogen, whatever, cryo type attack, which doesn't really do anything. Again, we just need to get that second dose of lot 192, and that's the whole point of this level. And the second one we get is actually, the second one actually is kind of useful. The second, we only have time, like, we go so fast, we only, like, cycle through two, different plasmids, because the drug, it, like, cycles through them, just sends them crazy in that way. But here, we get decoy, we can plant it right there, and that aggroes everybody. But we can also use the decoy up here to trigger these two doors up here to open earlier. You don't have to wait. I kind of want to take some damage here though, because I'm about to death warp. I messed up and healed, which I didn't mean to do. But that should be good. Open this door with that. Jump back up here.
Now you are having freedom. Luchang's drugs should have no hold on you. Take the battery
The stream is absolutely behind. Last I checked, so
this matter to that.
there we have our second dose of Lot 192, and now have our normal plasmids. Also, if you have I'm gonna quick say just in case the game crashes when I do this, but if you have free scroll and scroll through your weapons, it kind of lags the game a little bit, and I've had it crash doing that before. So I'm gonna throw this down here just to get them out of my way. And there's an elevator on the right you can take, but if you just kind of deal with the wacky geometry of this, you can kind of just drop all the way down and skip that elevator ride. Very finicky though. And that's the end of this level. And this next level, Point Prometheus, kind of keeps up with the theme of the game, or the run. In the there's a big reveal for that area you just need to go to progress. Just gets closed, and then you have to do an entire level to get past it, so you can finally get to where you need to go. But again, like a million other levels in this game, we just do a skip that gets us through the door before it closes on us the first time. So that's Atlas. This is the boy up here that's been telling us what to do all game. We just gotta wait for him to send these sentries after me, and then I take them out and then set up the skip. So basically, he's gonna crash a pillar in front of the door, which renders it unable to open, and there's gonna be like a shaking effect whenever I walk through this corridor here. But if I jump in the right spot, it kind of like negates the shaking effect, and then I can just walk like normal into the door, like this, if I'm fast enough. Yeah, so there he is. You're supposed to do an entire level just to open that one door, because he breaks the door. But yeah, again, if you just jump in that right spot, in that just pretty precise middle spot where it slows your movement down, you can just keep walking like normal and get through there before. And now this is easily the worst level in the game. It's the last level in the game and has killed very many PBs in my life, and I'm not the only one. This is a very RNG dependent level, because it's pretty much RNG. You just escort this this little sister around to collect Adam from some bodies, and it's kind of random whether or not she runs to the next spot or not. Like, see here, she's walking. Sometimes she runs, sometimes she doesn't. There are like general rules of thumb to get her to usually run. Like if there's enemies like at a hallway ahead, we usually go and kill them and then go stand next to her again, and then most of the time she'll run. But it's not 100% consistent. It's very annoying. It's killed a lot of my PBs in the past, and it's literally the last level in the game. Not to mention it's boring. It's also very boring, to be honest. See, and sometimes she just runs backwards whenever there's an aggro enemy near her. That's the worst. But she's... most of the time, once you kill everybody here, and you're not too far away from her when she's walking over here, she usually runs. And now we just have to wait for her to harvest the Atom here. And we have to do this with 3 different bodies, I think, across this entire like museum level. She thought about walking there. She thought about it. And that's also the worst part about this level. Whenever whenever she's being slow, she still tells you to stop being a slowpoke. And whenever she's being slow and you're losing time and you're gonna lose your PB and your entire pace, that is the most infuriating thing to hear from her. And don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Shut up. It's so annoying, dude. Oh my god. This level sucks, dude. So fucking annoying, dog. Are you done? Okay. What the? Most of the time I kill it. I thought not killing it there wouldn't have been a problem because I killed the guy who was like controlling it, but... She's actually being pretty fast here. What are you doing? See, look at that. She just told me angels don't wait for slowpokes. I am not the slowpoke here. Relatively, compared to my other runs and other runners, yeah, but still. Look at her. Look at her. Life is pain. No time to waste, by the way. Oh my god, she's so slow. I haven't had her walk down here pretty much ever, I don't think. And she's particularly slow walking down here. Very unepic, if you ask me. But, oh my god. There we go. She's walking again. But most of the time, whenever you hit this dialogue, she starts running. And something about killing enemies with bodies like this, it actually is important that it's a body or it counts as an enemy, like a sentry turret or a camera, because you've probably seen me like just kind of like desperately throw something I pick up at them trying to grab a body and it doesn't do like any damage at all, because yeah, it doesn't count as an enemy. Cameras, security cameras, and sentry turrets count as enemies, and that's why they do so much damage and you can kill things with it. But if you just pick up like a suitcase or a trash can, it won't do fucking jack shit. And that's really annoying because the telekinesis grab range is really finicky and inconsistent. And there's a jump scare right here on this guy. Supposed to think he's dead, but... So this is like the final stretch of the level. Gotta kill a Big Daddy up here, and then she takes us to the end, and then we're at the final boss. Sometimes that Big Daddy will like scare her, and she'll just run all the way back, like halfway down the hallway. It's... Ay, very fun. Very, very fun. So the final boss, we just kind of, there's 3 phases, and you just got to take his health down 3 times. We're just gonna use proximity mines, plant them on the ground, right where he spawns, and then shoot him once with the shotgun, or however many times we need, but optimally once with the shotgun each time,
You are reaching close enough.
and then he'll die, and the run will be over. So next minute and a half or so, be vigilant for time. First I have to grab this so I can harvest the Atom from him, because he's just super juiced up on Atom right now. And so we come up here to like his chambers, and we just gotta blow him up, shoot him a few times, and we'll be good. 2 mines each for each phase. And there's like, there's sentry turrets on his side flying around trying to kill you, and sometimes they can blow up the mines that you place down to kill him, which is a pain in the ass, but it happens.
And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
So time's gonna end on the last harvest Atom on him. We have to do it 3 or 4 times. So place those about right there, and harvest Atom. And he'll spawn just right where we place them. Two. So after this shotgun shot, when I run up to harvest him, that'll be time, and that's in a few seconds. I'll let you know. And so he's dead, running up here, gotta wait for him to spawn, and time. That's the speed game, bros. Thank y'all for watching. We're not gonna bother watching the ending. Obviously that's slow and the ending sucks. Thanks for watching my run. I appreciate it. It was fun, and pretty sure next run is Dark Souls 2. Be sure to watch that, because Dark Souls 2 is a sick run. So yeah. Thanks everybody.
Yo, welcome back from the ad break. What is up? We just got done watching Ignatius do a run of Bioshock. Not only that, we got to see a cat live on stream. That's crazy. What other marathon does that? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Coming up next, Dark Souls 2 any percent current patch. Dark Souls 2, very epic game, very underrated game, I think, by people who like Souls games. I played it like a long time ago. I don't remember much of it, but I do remember enjoying it a lot more than people said I would, for sure. Want to remind everyone again, because you may just be coming in, that we are currently doing buy one get one free on donations to Save the Children. For every dollar up to $100, of which we're currently at $60, I will be matching every dollar you donate. There's $40 more in that deal. You have to think. Let me pull up my favorite app here, the Windows calculator, so I can figure out how much more we have to donate to reach our goal of $1,000. So right now we're at $877. So if we add 60 to that, which is what I owe, we're up to 937. 1,000 minus whatever that is, 937. My short-term memory is not serving me well. Got $63 more to reach the goal, right? But cut that in half, right? Because I'm matching donations. Y'all need to donate $32 more to reach the goal, because of what I'm gonna match. I think we can do it. $32, that's nothing. That's like you DoorDash McDonald's twice and you've already paid more than that. Just simply do not use DoorDash for 2 days if you're someone who uses DoorDash frequently. And if you're not, just donate anyway, because it's a good cause. Speaking of a good cause, that's about $35. 32 is pretty close. $35 donated to Save the Children can help secure healthcare, safe shelter, and legal services for a survivor of gender-based violence. That's a very epic cause, if you ask me. And not only that, but if you donate that $35, that's actually two $35. So you're really doing the world a service with that one. You are really saving the children, as it were. You can put it towards some pretty sick donation incentives. It looks like we're all down to just polls now. Like I've been shilling, we do have the Mario Party map selection. Mega Fruit Paradise is in the lead by $60. If you disagree with me for some reason, and by that I mean if you're wrong, you can donate for another map that is not the best map in the game, and then perhaps force me to donate even more to beat that. On top of that, coming up sooner than that, and probably you'd want to donate towards actually if you're trying to be effective with your money, is the character choice and save kill animals for Super Metroid and A Link to the Past, which I didn't see until like the end of the last intermission because Tiltify is a little weird. The interface is a little strange. I like it, but there's some weird stuff about it. But let's look at those. Let's see what's up. Right now, Luigi's in the lead, $10. There's actually another poll. Oh, there's more polls. Actually, no. Sora from Kingdom Hearts 1 is in the lead with $20. Interesting. It looks like right now we're going to be playing as Sora, but you can donate and do something about that. And then finally, we have Save and Kill the Animals, which is pretty big, pretty classic donation incentive, pretty classic bid war. Right now they're both at $0. So if anyone is a team kill the animals or a team save the animals, I'm not really sure which one's the default here. They're both at $0. I don't know for sure. But yo, wait a minute. We just got a $35 donation from Anonymous. Wait a minute. Is that it, bros? I don't know what that went towards. Oh, Charizard's in the lead now. I guess they're playing as Charizard. And with that donation, because of me matching donations, we have just reached our goal of $1,000. Let's go! And with that great news, good morning, Quo, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and run some ads and get started on Dark Souls 2. See y'all soon.